Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Live at the Waterhole, everyone. It is so good to be back here with you. My name is Amy, and I will be with you for the next few shows, actually. Oh, is that a secretary bird? That's very cool. Along with the elephants and giraffe here today at Old Donyo. Now remember everyone that this is a live and interactive show. Please do make sure that you send through your comments and questions to us. Oh my word, this bird is coming closer. You can send those through via the Wild Earth website or the app. You can also chat to us in the YouTube chat stream. Oh, there's a second one. Or you can join the conversation on X using the hashtag WildEarth. All the stars are out this afternoon. We've got the beautiful 1-ton elephant bull there on the left. Look at those tusks. Oh my word. Those birds were like, oh no, we'll come back later. You guys are still busy. Secretary birds are birds that are often seen in pairs. They breed together and often are in pairs like that, out foraging, going for something to drink. But what a treat to see Mr. 1-ton. He's quite a famous, well-known elephant in this region. And we go through long periods of time where we don't see him. He's obviously frequenting this area quite a lot in the last few weeks. The giraffes definitely are thirsty. They're just waiting for the opportunity to get to the water. I wonder now if 1-ton is moving away, what these three will do. Oh, are those two going to do some necking? I'm sure that one is a female. Maybe that's just a little bit of affection. Or maybe a male following the female, yeah. Maybe just giving her a bit of a sniff. Hello Penelope, it's lovely to have you with us again today. I am very excited to enjoy all of the wonderful sights and relax with you all. Joanne, it is Catterday indeed. I believe you all had a lovely start with the sunrise safari as the new chapter begins for Wild Earth, and Cat Kachava, the female leopard, being seen on Chitwa, which is a great start. The second elephant bull from the left has clearly lost his one tusk, but I think the base of the tusk is still within that skin flap because it is still bulging. If there was nothing there entirely, it would be completely flat against the trunk, top of the trunk. GM, yes indeed. We are sometimes spoilt with views of Mount Kili. So that is the mountain that you would see from here on a cloudless day, or even if it is cloudly, sometimes there's a gap. And the beautiful Mount Kilimanjaro does grace us with her presence. And what's interesting about Mount Kilimanjaro is that actually its location is in Tanzania, which is a different country from Kenya, but it's right on the border. So this sort of location, I assume Mount Kilimanjaro is sort of southwest from where we are right now, looking down, facing that way. And like I say, the border is very close to one another, so we can see Mount Kilimanjaro even though it's in Tanzania. That looks like a younger male giraffe. You can see that he's still growing into his ossicones there on top of his head. They're still a little bit fluffy, but starting to bald on top. It looks like this boy's having a bit of a sniff. I'm not sure why. Those giraffes love that shady tree. And you can see those boys there sniffing the backside of a female. I'm not sure, she may actually be defecating or urinating there, but nevertheless she's releasing some sort of chemical. Oh, you see he did a phlegm and grimace. And that's basically where they take those pheromones, those chemical indicators, and they sort of breathe them in, and it goes over this organ that's located essentially in the roof of the mouth, called the organ of Jacobson. And that helps decode those pheromones, which is fascinating, and can tell them everything they need to know. Oh, wow. Hello. About a female, specifically indicating to whether she's in season or not, because that's what the males are interested in. Zahava, it is a beautiful sighting, isn't it? What they say? What they say? Is it fine? Well, it's been a wonderful start here in Kenya. Let's now head over to Stony Point. It looks a little bit gloomy here today in the Western Cape, I must say. Unless the tide is just very low, that we're seeing a lot more kelp and things are a lot grayer. You can see some of the, I think they are cormorants that are there. Oh, there's a little penguin. Aren't they just the sweetest things? I can't help but think of them as some of the most adorable creatures on planet Earth. I think for me it's their little penguin shuffle. And their faces as well, the little bit of pink around the eye. Doing some preening. I'm sure it's recently come out of the water from a swim.
This September, join me, Eric Bonner, for a 3-night luxury safari at Conway Private Game Reserve. Take part in a hands-on rhino collaring experience while learning about the vital efforts it takes to protect these animals. As night falls, Ben Coley will take you on a journey through the stars, revealing the secrets of the African skies. This is more than just a safari. 40% of your stay goes directly to rhino conservation. Play your part in protecting our rhinos. Book this once-in-a-lifetime adventure today.
Become a Wild Earth YouTube member today and unlock extras and bonuses, like ad-free streams so you can stay immersed in your safari without any interruption. Have your burning questions answered first by me or other expert naturalists. Join now to avoid missing out on these amazing benefits. Help us connect people to nature.
Step into the heart of Africa from the comfort of your home.
Female leopard tracks over here.
Join our expert guides for a live 3-hour safari where every moment is real, unscripted, and unforgettable. Ask questions.
Animals rely on their senses.
Share your thoughts and be part of the experience as we explore together. Safari Live.
macaroni penguin, and if you don't know what that looks like, have a look it up for yourselves. It is adorable. It features in the movie Happy Feet. If anyone hasn't watched that, I highly recommend that movie to anyone who enjoys a bit of music and penguins. It's the perfect combination. Yes, VC, they are. I mean, the emperor penguin is one of the probably the most famous. They're very large. I think that's the species that's actually in that movie Happy Feet that it's all about. And yes, macaroni, and then the African penguin, and a few others as well. But it's fascinating to see all the differences between them. Look at them doing their little penguin waddle. I love it. I think I'm starting to become obsessed with penguins, everyone. Oh my goodness. And I was just looking exactly how many penguins there are. Goodness gracious me. There are a lot of species. And you only find penguins in the southern hemisphere naturally. Because they all are thought to have originated from Antarctica. And so, chinstrap penguin, emperor penguin, king penguin, African penguin, southern rockhopper penguin, macaroni, Magellanic, erect crested, snares penguin, Galapagos penguin, Fiordland penguin, little penguin, yellow-eyed penguin, royal penguin. Goodness gracious me, there's a lot of them. But we are privileged to have the African penguin here. I feel like this little guy is just going for a swim. He's not actually hunting. He's just like, bathing in the shallows. So apparently 18 different species of penguin. There we go. Well, this has been great. I'm enjoying this swimming penguin so much. Let's now go back up to East Africa. there are some eland. We haven't seen eland here in a long time. And now we've got these 4 elephants here too. Looks like a group of female eland just because of how long their horns are. There may be a male in between there. Oh, there's the secretary birds back. Hooray! It's a little bit less crowded, and maybe now that 1 ton has moved off, he's probably the most intimidating elephant. And just with the size of him and his tusks. Secretary birds always look like they have a pair of knee-length tights on. And those are feather covering all the way basically till the knee. And then the rest is sort of a scaled bottom half of the leg, especially for walking through the long grass. And what they hunt, things that could potentially bite them. And having those scaled legs helps with that, much like something like a snake eagle. It's very brave. Wow, what a view of this incredibly beautiful bird. What a sighting.
Become a Wild Earth YouTube member and unlock exclusive bonuses and benefits. Enjoy uninterrupted, ad-free streams so you can stay immersed in nature. Have your burning questions answered first by me or other expert naturalists. Enjoy exclusive access to special broadcasts and videos, and help us to connect people to nature.
My name is Takudzwa Panda Msesani. I really want to film an artwork, and it has been my goal. I'll be just keeping my eyes open. The worst driver is Jem. He's driving. Yo, you gotta be holding on back in there, yeah? Like in bumps, and I mean, it happens when these things happens when you're actually going for animals usually. But then, yeah, he's driving. Yo, you gotta put your seatbelt.
Wild Earth Travel would like to take you to Namibia and Botswana. Drift over the desert in a hot air balloon, then glide through the lush Okavango Delta in a dugout canoe. This extraordinary journey blends dramatic landscapes with outdoor adventures and unparalleled wildlife encounters. Discover Africa like never before. Book now with Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive.
There we go. Oh, it's gonna try again. It's like, guys, I'm just so thirsty. Please, I just need to cool down. Just quickly, just one mouthful. There we go. Oh, it must be such a relief. Quenching of the thirst. Well done, birdie. I wonder if your partner is going to be as brave. Looks like this is the spot to be, with our multi-necked headed giraffe there. And the whole herd of eland that are also enjoying some shade. I think they are waiting out the heat. It seems to be a hot one here in Kenya today, especially seeing even those secretary birds with their mouths open. It just shows how tall a giraffe is. Good to see the legs. Seems to be quite a few birds around. I am still waiting to see the superb starlings again here. We had a stage last year where they were almost just every single day we were seeing these superb starlings. It's fascinating to me that, you know, I do the show fairly regularly, and I haven't had a sighting of them this year yet, or even towards the end of last year. Looks like a lot of doves, emerald spotted wood doves, ringneck doves. I mean, we've seen Amakwa doves here as well, coming to drink. One of my other favorite waterhole spots. Let's head over to Lentor. Oh wow, those are some white-browed sparrow weavers as well as a northern grey-headed sparrow. Aren't they beautiful birds? You can see that white brow giving them their name. Very striking. Oh, and there are those little waxbills. I'm still wanting to know the name of these blue waxbills. I mean, they're definitely a species of blue waxbill. They've just got very pink beaks and an entirely blue head. I was trying to figure out the exact name of them. I see you get something like a blue-cheeked waxbill. But I'm just trying to get... Oh, there's a cutthroat finch. Ooh, that's the first time I've seen one of those on the show. You can see it literally looks like it has a cutthroat, a very direct name. But there it is. Cutthroat finch. There's another one. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, there's another one. Wow. That was very cool. Slightly traumatizing to call it a cutthroat finch, but I mean, that is very much what it looks like has happened to that bird. That's also a starling. Hello? Well, this has been a wonderful little bit of birding. Let me send you now over to Victoria Falls. Well, it is the vulture feeding time here at Victoria Falls Safari Lodge, part of a conservation initiative in helping to provide safe food sources for these endangered birds that are a critical part of our ecosystem. And so this lodge provides some of the leftovers and cut-offs from the kitchen to these birds. And as you can see, it invokes a feeding frenzy. Love? Sorry, I just got a message because I asked Byron how it was going there. And he says no, they've double booked them at Andover, so they've got no place to stay. There's no place for them to stay there. They double booked them. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't even know if one can try and organize something for 3 people here. Yeah. Because I mean, I don't think they're particularly busy at the moment. Yeah, maybe just will be I think it's 4 of them. It's for tonight. They're at Andover sitting on the mattresses outside because they've got no place for them to stay. Let me just find out from Byron. It's a lot of money. He said let's give it an hour and see what the story is, but it'll be good to know if it's even a possibility. Yeah, well, there's 3 on the mattress and Byron. So at least 4. If it's less, I mean, that's fine. But they can share, because isn't there 2 single beds in a thing? And they're all men. So you can just need 2. And you can see that after the initial feeding here, the things calm down quite quickly. That food disappears so fast. The way that they peck at the carcass or the bits of bone that has a bit of meat on.
We have just had our efforts paid off.
Join the Wild Earth YouTube superfan community and unlock a world of additional perks. Get exclusive early access or discounts to Wild Earth travel deals. Wear the best bush attire with merchandising discounts. Enjoy an interactive live monthly private safari. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience. Join the YouTube superfan community today. Well, this was very cool to see, and always an exciting time when it's vulture feeding time. Let's head back over to Lentor. And here we have these beautiful birds that have come for a water bath. Clearly hot in East Africa today. Many birds coming. Oh, that one's got something, that starling. I'm not exactly sure which species this is. It is completely blue, so it's not one of either Hildebrands or Superb. But it has got this sort of white eye. They are very, very pretty.
all these little birds. Is that a sweet waxbill? Oh my goodness. Or is it black-faced? It just had a little black mask on it. Wow. And there's a regular 5 inches that we see here all the time. Looks to be Jamison's. The birding is on top form today. Wow. I think that starling could have been a purple starling. Oh, there's the unstriped ground squirrel also coming past. Teddy, you'd like to know what prey are these birds likely to catch at this waterhole? So many of these birds are actually seed eaters. If I think of 5 inches and waxbills, for example, even sparrows. So they are here purely for the water to drink, but also to have a water bath and cool down. They themselves are more likely to be prey for other animals that could catch them, including other birds of prey or reptiles. Oh, there's those. I think those are the waxbills. Yes, black-faced waxbill. That is so cool. Very nice. First time seeing them here. And I think that starling's the purple starling. They eat little bugs and critters and things like that. That's what they would be looking at around this waterhole, but also here for a drink and a bit of a cool down on this warm day. And here's a beautiful laughing dove. Also arrived for a drink.
We love all creatures in the African bush, from the biggest to the smallest, including the tiny little insects and arthropods, but some of them are not as charming as we'd like them to be. So that's why I trust peaceful sleep. And it lasts up to 8 hours too, so I can stay out longer, both at day and night, and not feel like I'm somebody's snack.
At Wild Earth, we believe every story has the power to create change. That's why we've launched the Wild Earth Impact Foundation, a non-profit dedicated to conservation and social impact. By showcasing conservation stories, we can change lives, protect nature, and empower communities. We have partnered with Empowers Africa to accept tax-deductible donations from US donors. Your donation will help fund critical programs that support our mission. Join us and be part of the change.
My full name is Maxine Gaines. Most people that know me really well call me Max. I'm a mum. I have 2 boys. One is 16 years old and one is 14 years old. I'm a very, very proud mama of my 2 boys. I've just always been passionate about leopards. I'm passionate about their conservation. I'm just passionate about everything to do with leopards. I love them.
Safari, wine, and waterfalls. The ultimate African adventure. Sip South Africa's finest wines. Experience a world-class safari among Africa's iconic wildlife. And stand in front of Victoria Falls, one of the natural wonders of the world. All this can be yours with Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive.
Let's head back over to Old Doniel. It seems like the ellies are still around. The giraffes have moved off a little bit more. And then there was one. It's always beautiful to have a close-up look at these wonderful gentle giants, and these cameras are remarkable at the view that they give us, and you can really just see the texture there around the head, some of the older caked on mud that seems to never leave these elephants. And it's a remarkable thing I think about when I think of all the wrinkles. I mean, they born with wrinkly skin, and sort of it gets more leathery and tougher, of course, as they get older. But I like to think that every line tells a story for these elephants, especially older, mature, more individuals. can just see, even by watching this particular sort of sky shot, how many insects there are flying around. Very noticeably. Yes, Sanjeev, you said actually earlier, slowly but surely, how the dry season is going to set in and bring about more difficult times for the animals, and also make more animals visible around the waterhole. And it's true, you know, it's the natural cycle of things, wet and dry, in these different regions. And at the moment in southern Africa, and the Lowveld in particular, it's so lush and green, it's hard to imagine that it could ever be brown again, but it will happen. And it does make a life around the waterhole a lot more vibrant, just because the days are cooler as well, and then there is a lot less water elsewhere, so the amount of animals coming to the bigger waterhole locations is higher, and sometimes we even get more predator activity too in the winter or drier months. Let's head over to Tembe. It's lovely to see some ellies back here. It's been a little while, I must say, that I've seen them at the spot in the last few waterholes that I did. Looks like this one is about to have a bit of a mud splash. There's always such life around this area, lots of the weavers I can hear, and these elephants absolutely love timber. They're really, oh my word, there's just more and more of them appearing. And they'll come to these sort of little mud wallowing spots where they spray themselves with mud. Sometimes you even see them sitting down and wallowing in, even though they seem to be quite tiny holes for such a big animal. And that all has to do with I think evaporative cooling, wetting their bodies so that the wind blows and it helps cool them down, but also I think the mud feels good on their skin. Wow, it's all happening here. Seems like a meeting is going on. Well, there seems to be one significantly larger bull here than the other two, I must say. I don't know if there's a bit of a... There'll definitely be a hierarchy, but I think there's only space, for so many to hang out here at the best mud spots. So I think that little one might have to wait its turn.
South Africa's wild places are closer than you think, because Federal Airlines brings them to you, from the calm of our FedAir lounge to the smooth boarding of our trusted fleet. We take care of the journey so you can enjoy the adventure. Our flights go beyond the ordinary, connecting you to South Africa's most remote and extraordinary locations. Federal Airlines, your gateway to the South African wild. Join our expert guides at dawn for a live, immersive safari as the bush comes to life.
Found ourselves a chameleon, and look how he's changed color.
Every sunrise brings new discoveries.
Pound for pound, a leopard is one of the strongest cats around.
Ask questions, share your thoughts, and connect with nature live and in real time.
Great excitement, great happiness.
Start your day with adventure.
You can see this younger one finally getting his chance now at this mud wallow now that the others have moved off. I wonder if he may sit down or he's just going to spray himself. Tidden, that's an interesting question that you asked. If we ever see elephants with obvious blood or sores around the tips of the ears. So I don't think I would say that we see that very often. We do sometimes see elephants with recent cuts in the ear. Tears, I would say, is more likely, or maybe there was a really big fat juicy tick that's left a little bit of an open wound. But we don't often see, very bloody torn ears. Like we see that often with hyenas, I must say. Ooh, there's a lot of elephants. Is this a herd that's arriving here? Or are these all boys? We don't often see herds, I must say. So this will be very cool if it is a herd. Herd meaning females and their youngsters. Most of the time, even if elephants' ears are quite tattered, they're not necessarily bloody or have wounds on them at all. Teb Davis, I hear you. The idea of all that mud, which quite honestly can be quite foul smelling. If you think of all of the things that could be in there. I mean, animals waste products, whether it's where they defecate or urinate is multiple times in waterholes or pans. They don't care. And there's a lot of bacteria and things like that within, in mud. And yes, the thought of that on us is yucky, but for them it's one of the most wonderful things in the world. And you can see them all congregating here to do that. Susan, yes, the Ellies are enjoying themselves so much. They really do. It's one of their favorite things to do. Oh, this one's sitting down. There we go. I was hoping one would at least give themselves a little bit of a rub and sit down. Oh, the one at the back is on its knees. Oh, this is great. The one at the back is now completely down, having a rub around. Blizzard King, I would love to see these Ellies go for a swim. It would be so fun to watch. We do love an elephant pool party. I think I've seen them do it once here at Tembe, but not a whole bunch of them. I think it was just 2 youngsters that were having some fun last year sometime. Sparset is wonderful indeed. I must say it's been a while, like I was saying earlier, that I've seen so many Ellies here hanging out at Tembe. I think it's been because there was so much rain here a week, 2 weeks ago when I was doing a few shows, and the zebras were out in that very hard rain. It was beautiful actually, but the elephants were not. And this grass just looks so lush. Oh my word, look at it. I mean, it's incredible. They must be so happy. Yes, Susan. You say a very relaxing scene at midday. It's nap inducing. Well, I hope it's nap inducing in a good way and not that we're putting you to sleep in a bad way, Susan. It's just wonderful to see so many of these elephants here. Goodness me. And there's lots of water to make these mud wallows again. I remember towards the end of last year when the rains hadn't arrived yet and these were still completely dry and these elephants couldn't come and splash around like they love to do.
Every guide in Africa has been on an endless quest for the ultimate bush wear. Until now, Rugged Wear has a huge range of amazing bush gear for every wild situation. In the midday heat, those chilly winter mornings, in the storms of summer. Rugged Wear has the bush kit for every wild occasion. Locally made in South Africa, crafted with precision, stitched with quality.
My full name is Maxine Gaines. Best part of the job, gosh, I just love everything about guiding. I love being able to observe animal behavior and animals behaving naturally. So for me, that's by far the best part of the job. And so what we do here at Wild Earth is develop those connections with the people that are viewing and maybe just light a little spark that says, you know what, I want to be involved in protecting this ecosystem.
Join the Wild Earth Explorers program and connect with a community passionate about wildlife. Support our mission to share authentic wildlife experiences with the world. Your monthly contribution helps provide schools and children access to kids' safaris, fostering a love for nature in the next generation. Embrace the wonders of the bush and make a difference today. Wild Earth, connecting with nature. Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Wild Earth Travel's newsletter is your passport to a magical journey. Explore exclusive travel options featuring special offers at stunning Wild Earth locations and all hosted by your favorite presenters. Don't miss out. Head over to our website and subscribe to the Wild Earth Travel newsletter today and stay in the know on all our unforgettable adventures. Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive.
Well, these elephants are still enjoying themselves, yeah, and things have somewhat quietened down, I suppose, not as busy with all the mud splashing, but you can definitely see how busy they've been, all of the footprints and the wet mud around. This one on the left has an itchy foot. Or an itchy ankle. I mean, either way, it was looked like it was scratching itself with its leg. Susan, you say that your nap-inducing comment was in a good way, and when you were young you used to nap under trees after lunch. That's one of the best naps, is after a good lunch, I must say. And if you can do so under a tree, maybe in a hammock or something like that, it is ideal. Well, it's nice to see some impalas around here as well. It's not something that we've actually seen too much of, especially the little ones that seem to have grown up so quickly. You can also hear an emerald spotted wood dove calling in the background, that sort of slow descending, and then sounds like a little ping pong ball right at the end. Well, what a wonderful time at Tembe. Let's head over to Stony Point. Oh, how wonderful. Here is a little Dussie, also known as a rock hyrax, that is enjoying some sunshine. Oh, there's a little bit of a yawn, and you could see quite big little canines there. So Mika's just told me she's directing the show, and apparently the Dussies were mating 2 minutes ago. Who knows, we might be able to see it again. And Dussies are actually known for, I believe, for having a lot of little ones. And we know that there was one mom last year in December that was suckling 3 little babies. And I don't know if it would be the same one mating already, probably a different female. Yes, Zenba, it's true. The Dussies are one of the closest relatives to elephants based on bone structure, especially to do with the mouth, as well as the foot structure as well is similar. So it's fascinating, but true. Oh, cute. There's some more faces sticking out. And Dussies do love lying in the sun. Really, really they do. They are not reptiles, but they love a good sunbathe.
My name is Amy, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently.
The Wild Earth Impact Foundation is a non-profit that uses the power of wildlife storytelling as a force for good. We create sustainable development projects that showcase conservation stories, empower people, and inspire environmental action. As a registered South African PBO, you can make a tax-deductible donation to the Wild Earth Impact Foundation. To find out more, visit our website. Join our expert guides at dawn for a live, immersive safari as the bush comes to life.
Found ourselves a chameleon, and look how he's changed color.
Every sunrise brings new discoveries.
Pound for pound, a leopard is one of the strongest cats around.
Ask questions, share your thoughts, and connect with nature live and in real time.
Great excitement, great happiness.
Start your day with adventure.
Zenbe, in terms of paleontological discoveries, I'm not exactly sure in this exact spot, but I know along these coastal areas there have been discoveries in terms of fossils and things like that. But in this exact area within Stony Point Nature Reserve, I'm not sure, but I know that in all likelihood there have been some sort of fossilized discoveries within the rocks. Whether, whatever that may be. I do love the sound of the ocean, and I know many of you watching do as well. Here we have some of the cormorants that we often see on these rocks, and I say often because the color of the rocks have completely changed from grey to white with all the bird poop that has landed on them over the years. So interestingly enough, Spas, I think those cormorants are actually called bank cormorants. Just because of the coloration. I haven't seen a very close up. Some of them might be Cape cormorants, but some of them do have a little bit of a crest, which was a different species, also completely black in color, including the bill. But nevertheless, they are cormorants, and there we have some more of those penguins that I've come out to dry off. I do love when they lie on their bellies. It's very cute. There's also always some Egyptian geese around here at Stony Point. You also see some of the gulls arriving and going for the little mites and things that flies and whatever that land between the kelp that's washed up on the bay.
Become a Wild Earth YouTube member today and unlock extras and bonuses, like ad-free streams so you can stay immersed in your safari without any interruption. Have your burning questions answered first by me or other expert naturalists. Join now to avoid missing out on these amazing benefits. Help us connect people to nature.
Would you like to know what an elephant's favorite food is? You could ask me questions like that in real time. Our safaris are live and interactive from the heart of Africa. Over here. Watch Safari Live and connect with nature.
Step away from your daily stress and escape into nature with Wild Earth. Immerse yourself in the wilderness and become part of the natural landscape. Watch as everything comes alive. Join us as we slow down our thoughts, put aside our distractions, and reconnect with the wild. We are thrilled to announce our new exclusive feature for YouTube members and explorers. Join us live every Tuesday for our sunrise and sunset safaris. Experience Tawny Tuesday like never before with up-close encounters and breathtaking moments. Don't miss out. Become a YouTube member or explorer today and immerse yourself in the heart of the bush. See you Tuesday.
Lady Macbeth, I tend to agree with that comment. You know, I was even, I think, surprised when I first learned of it. And I mean, I'm South African. You don't associate penguins with Africa. I mean, Africa is generally super hot. Of course, we get colder places within Africa, for sure. But you generally don't think of penguins, which usually icy, cold, snowy weather, with the African continent. And it's just simply not true. You know, the water on the western side of the country is cold enough to accommodate them, and this particular species doesn't live in the ice and the snow, and they have adapted to be able to thrive in this environment, which is fascinating. Well, it's been lovely to be at Stony Point, but now let's head over to say hello at Tau. Well, waterhouse is always a treat, isn't it? With, wow, quite a big herd of wildebeest here. And then the zebras moving through in the background. Zenbe, that's a great question, and I suppose officially they are wildebeest, but occasionally I also call them gnu's, and they can be called gnu's. It is a name that they are known by, and it has to do with the sound that they make. That sounds like they're going gnu, gnu. So that is perfectly appropriate, but yes, I agree that it's not a word that we use, and I suppose because we don't hear it so often, it's sort of a bit of a cycle that we don't hear it, so we don't use it as much. Even out on drive, I don't know when last I've called it a gnu, but maybe I should remember to do that. But yes, you are right, it is one of the alternative names. Wildlife Lady, yes, it has been a lovely view of the zebra walking along, as well as the wildebeest. Susan, you say that you think the zebra is the best design creation in nature. It is fascinating, isn't it? And it's such a striking animal, and it is amazing how it sort of is so different from the others. And in fact, many animals stand alone. I mean, I think of a giraffe. There's really nothing else like it out here in the bush. Joanne, thank you so much, and I wish you all a wonderful Saturday further as well. And remember, this afternoon we will be live once again with the Sunset Safari, and we're very excited to have you all on board for that, so make sure that you stay tuned to Wild Earth. Mr. H, thank you so much. You as well. And we were grateful to have all of you on board this afternoon. Thank you for all of your comments and your questions. Oh, look at all the little ones coming. That is so cute. 5 little young wildebeest following the one there. Deb, no, I will not be on safari. It'll be a while until you see me behind the wheel on a sunset safari. I'm going to be heading to Velgevonden in a few weeks after having a little break now. And we'll be doing some virtual drives there. And then hopefully, once again in April, I'll be taking out some live drives. Zenbe, it's a pleasure. Thank you for chatting to me. It's always wonderful to chat to all of you. I will be back with you tomorrow for us to continue our chats. And speaking of, thank you to everyone who sent through comments and questions today. It was lovely to talk to you all. Oh, Susan, it's a pleasure. You say my voice was a tonic. I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. From us here now, though, it is time to say goodbye, everyone. And I wish you a pleasant day and evening ahead, depending where you are in the world. See you soon.